ladies and gentlemen. Hello, madam.
What is happening?
Good to see you.
You as well. On the other side, okay.
From the anchor desk to being a special guest you know and love her, you can watch her here every morning on Good Morning Jacksonville. I'm talking about the boss, Miss Keitha Nelson, of course. She joins us to talk about her 4-part series highlighting local immigrant families who came to the U.S. in search of the American dream.
Yes.
It begins tonight at 5:30. So thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, David.
This is cool.
Yeah, I know. This is weird, huh?
Yeah,
I feel like this.
I know. Usually I'm like telling you guys to tune into her. This is cool. Okay, so talk to me about the inspiration behind the series.
You know what? First of all, we're Americans set to celebrate independence, right? 250 years, July 4th. And when you stop and think about that, for me, I think about this nation's history, all about migration. Of course, before independence, most of it was unfree. You had Europeans come here and indentured contracts, as well as enslaved Africans. But prior to independence, you have a lot of people coming from other countries just to the U.S. in order to achieve the American dream. Freedom, so much opportunity right here in the U.S. And we have a lot of local families that come here and they achieve some great success, and I'm going to highlight them.
I think that's cool.
Yes.
Like, one of the things that folks don't really realize about Jacksonville is that we have a refugee intake center here, right? We're one of the few cities in the United States that actually has that. And so our immigrant population here is incredible.
Yes.
It's weaved in, and sometimes you don't even really notice it, right? Which I think is kind of beautiful and also kind of a bummer, right? Because I would like to showcase
Learn
those
more.
folks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the special a little bit more. Like, what can we expect when we tune in?
Well, tonight in particular, we're going to feature a family. Actually, this person, Andy Tran, he inspired this series because learning his story, coming here at 17, he left South Vietnam when communism pretty much took over the country. Came here with nothing, didn't know how to speak English, anything, but somehow he managed to achieve great success. He owns businesses, real estate, financial advisor. But when you hear these stories, it's kind of like, if they can come here with nothing and achieve this great success, what am I doing?
Really.
So a part of this, a lot of the series I do, I want to inspire people to realize if they can do it, so can you. Exactly. You mentioned the population here. We have a booming Indian population in particular, and that continues to grow. Actually, the largest immigrant population in Northeast Florida are Indians, and we're going to introduce you to the Favors next week. Now, that family, again, came here barely speaking English and somehow managed to achieve this great success. I'm in love with these stories. Oh, that's a Maritza right there as well.
Look at that cutie.
But and, you know, that's a part of this as well. You hear these families tell you it's not about them. It's about generational wealth and achieving something for the next generation, because so many times, you know, mom, dad come here, they work their fingers to the bone, working day and night, and what they have to show for it is their children achieving, right? It's not for you sometimes, it's about the next generation.
And that is really, it's impressive and selfless beyond belief, right? I used to, when I lived in Brooklyn, I was in college there, and I had to do basically my big thesis project was on Chino, who owned the little bodega at the corner. And my guy came over with absolutely nothing, didn't speak a lick of English, right? And he worked in the kitchen as a cook. He worked his way up, and then he bought the bodega, then he bought the building that the bodega's in, then he bought a house for him, and then he rents out the floors above.
And you hear this like, how are you able to do this?
Seriously.
Determination is one.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And you hear that time and time again. It really is a great series. I'm excited about it.
And I think it's also sometimes it's like where you're coming from, right? Like, you know, when we've been brought up in all of this, right? It's we tend to take it for granted. And when you come from somewhere else where you don't even have this kind of opportunities, you show up and it's a different story.
Right. A historian from Flagler College, who you'll hear from as well through the series, he said it best when he said, it takes an outsider to truly understand what it means to achieve the American dream, right? Because sometimes you're in an outside country, it's a foreign world, and you're just like, the streets are paved with gold there. Not quite, but you can achieve gold, right? You can achieve great success. If you hunker down, be determined, work hard, you can make it happen. You really can. That's what these stories will be displayed all throughout the month, starting tonight with the Trans, and then we'll keep it going for the next 3 weeks after. Just really great stories that, again, that I hope will inspire us all to do better, be great.
I dig it. Thank you, Keitha, so much. I'm going to get out of here.
Thank you.
You get back, you get prepared for stuff. I'm going to go take a walk. Let's go.